Welcome to HMFA's Site Evaluator 3.0 tutorial. So this is going to be a very quick overview of how the Site Evaluator works. It is a GIS map of the state of New Jersey. We have a series of reference layers that are applicable to HMFA programs. So if you are here searching for a property, whether you're trying to figure out whether it's in a smart growth area for your LIHTC application, whether you're trying to find out whether it's in an urban target area and has, the higher is eligible for the higher income limits on our single family programming, or whether you're just trying to find out information about a particular property. Those are all things that you'll be able to do through this map. And so we're going to give you a quick overview of how to do it. So here are the reference layers that you can actually search through here. And as you'll see, they're all going to show up in different colors. But what you might notice is that in terms of the layers themselves, only municipal boundaries right now is actually showing up on the map. It's the only one that's in the darker coloring. So if you zoom in just slightly, what you wind up happening is the map becomes colorful because now all the other reference layers are showing up. So you can remove them if you are so inclined. If you were only interested in finding out whether it's in a urban target area, you could go through and actually remove all the other reference layers and then run a report, which I will show you how to do in just one moment. But if you wanted to run a report on all of the various aspects, you can do that as well. But you'll see right here, the district, congressional, and legislative districts are actually still not showing up. If you zoom in a little further, now they are, and you'll see they've now, become visible on the map as well. So whether or not the reference layer itself is in a darker color is actually telling you whether or not that's showing up on the map that you're currently looking at. Whether it's checked or not is whether or not whether or not the Site Evaluator will run the report you're looking for, whether it'll run the report on that particular reference layer or not. So as you'll see, for the moment being, we actually have all of the various reference layers currently on the map. And so I've searched 637 South Clinton. Now, if I'm going to move, this is in my way, so I'm going to exit out of it. And as you'll see, it's run and it's found me my location. But you'll see it says search result 1 of 1. What that means is that it's not running the reports. It's simply located the address I've asked it to locate. So I do have to double click the property, and now you'll see it's come up and now it's run the reports. So it's actually showing me 8 of the different reports. So I can see what its census tract is. I can see its congressional, legislative, municipal information. I could see that it's in a metro planning area, that it is indeed in a smart growth area. I can see that it's property details. I can see that it is in fact in an urban target area. So these are all things that are really helpful because they're telling me the information that I need to know based on what I'm looking for. Now, if I need to prove that to someone, or I just want to have, proof for myself, one thing that I can do is I can run a report. So you go to this chart that says print report. You might want to just slide it over a little bit. You click on the middle button right here that says draw mode. And then what you do, you click once, click twice, and then I'm going to double click it to complete the triangle, or you can make it a triangle, square, whatever shape you're looking for. You really just need to cover the property itself. And so now I've double clicked and it's now set myself up. So I hit my report, and as you'll see, it's now rendering the various different aspects for me. The only one that doesn't show up is difficult development area because it's not applicable. This was still checked off, so it did try to run the difficult development area report for me, but because that is not applicable to this particular property, it's showing up as a 0, which means it's a no. It's not going to show up. But for urban target area and smart growth area, those will show up yes or no. Some of the other ones will show up as, if they're not applicable, they just won't show up. But what you can do is you can hit print, and as you'll see, it's now actually creating a single sheet page, or maybe depending on how much information, a 2-page sheet that will be a printable sheet that includes the yeses and nos, as well as any other information that is necessary. So this is how you use the Site Evaluator.